I don't know if y'all heard this. It was a mother in Texas bought her son the materials needed to plan a school shooting.
Killer.
And basically, she bought that for that son because he was babysitting his siblings.
They got to kill her ass.
They found a map of the school, and the map says the suicide plot or the suicide route. That's what it says. Suicide route. Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, they got to kill her.
Matter of fact, I got a. But
well, let me ask y'all a question. Since you brought that up about them school shootings and stuff, let me ask you a question. Do you think the parents should be held accountable?
Not all.
Did child do that?
Not all of them. Not all of them.
I think so.
Why you think so?
Because, like, you the adult. You supposed to know what the hell going on.
That's the mama?
That's the mama.
Oh, yeah. Hang her ass.
You supposed to know what the hell going on with your children. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you talking about getting to the extreme of...
Okay. Well, I can't...
The same way I asked y'all about y'all mental health.
Yeah.
You do that with... You supposed to do that with your own damn kids.
Okay, well, let me ask you this here. I can't remember which one it was, and I can't remember a couple years ago. I don't know whether it was Mississippi, Texas, where the kid that shot them people. They went back. He killed himself. They went back and gave his mom and daddy time for what he did. I can understand you holding me accountable, but you're not finna lock me up for something that the trigger he pulled. You're not gonna give me time for the trigger he pulled.
I don't feel like all
I can understand you
of the
holding me
parents.
accountable. I can understand that. You can fault me for not, like you say, not knowing his mental health. But I'll be damned if you're gonna give me 10, 15, 20 years for a crime I know I didn't do. I didn't pull that trigger.
Now, are you talking about the same case where they said that the dad that bought the boy...
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah,
the mom and daddy both got. The mama got.
Yeah, you got to go.
Daddy got to
Go
go.
where though?
Yeah.
I didn't pull that trigger though.
You ain't pulled the trigger. You bought that boy a gun knowing that he got
bought the
problems.
gun.
Okay, you know the mental health. Okay, the daddy bought the gun. I'm gonna say. So what the mama getting time for?
Yeah, daddy need to go. Mama,
What
I don't
mama
know.
getting time for?
I mean, she
She gives
know
it by
about-
association.
Yeah, probably.
They
probably
feel
was
like
her credit card.
Yeah, they feel
So
like
you buy your son a gun, you gonna shoot somebody. You should go to jail for.
If I know
no,
the boy got problems,
in that situation where he talking about, the daddy need to go because they said he bought the gun after. You know what I'm saying? They done had cases where the people that came to the house.
Yeah, it was a situation
Yeah.
a year before.
Okay, 9 times out of 10 then. All these school shootings, the kids is under 8. Parents have something to do with it, so you should go back and get every one of them. Not just them. They should get every parent that's been in a school shooting then.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said not all of them. I don't
They-
feel
no,
like
they should
all
get
of
them-
them.
why
I
they
don't feel
should-
like all of them need to go.
Kids stole their parents' gun or something. I mean, the parents know what kind of problem they had. If they got them, should get all of them.
When you bring a gun into your household, like you need to be on point as far as what's going on with every member in your household.
Hold on for a second.
If I'm
show me
16,
how you gonna sugarcoat that. If they got this parents, how did not get the rest of them? All of them is underage. Ain't none of them over 18. All of them underage.
When I
and
was
they live in the house with
16,
the parents. So tell me how.
when I was 16, I had a pistol,
I understand that.
and my mama still don't know to this day.
So, but if you to kill somebody, they don't got their mom. Who
That's
fault would
what
it be?
that's what I'm saying. In all situations, I don't feel like because I feel like if I took that pistol to school, went and shot up everybody, my mama shouldn't go to jail. She ain't know I had a gun.
Why didn't she know?
That's a good question.
Did you check your room?
Yeah, it wasn't that my mama. My mama was I can't lie to you, my mama was an alright parent. Like she was on my shit. She was on my shit.
So this is something that you never truly brought in the house.
But hope you don't get this. But hope you don't get this podcast.
She can't whoop me that well.
Excuse me. What'd you say?
So I said she can try. She can try.
What you gonna do? Fight her back?
Nah, I know how to run.
Man, if you fight your mama back, I'll call the
My
police.
mama can't literally whoop me now. I would have to assist her in the whooping me. Like I had to stand there, probably go get the belt for her. Like that ain't nah.
That's wrong. I mean,
But-
I ain't saying the parents shouldn't be held accountable, but get them 15, 20 years.
I don't feel like in all these situations
That's
I
just
don't
wrong.
feel like the parents.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, if they got them, they should. Cause every child is under 18.
Nah, it's
You
not.
sound
all
like
of
part
them
of
is
the problem. instead
all
the
of them
solution.
is different.
You?
So tell me, how's that wrong though?
All the situations is
If they got them, they shouldn't get the rest of the parents.
Like I said, you sounding like part of the problem instead of the solution.
I got a problem.
okay. And,
I got a problem.
because
They shouldn't get the rest of
You
it.
brought that menace to this world.
I understand
No,
that.
that ain't the same.
Yes, you
All
brought
right,
that
in
menace into this
Greensboro, I
world.
think it's Greensboro, somewhere in North Carolina. Greensboro, Durham, I don't know. a little boy left for school.
Mm-hmm.
Got the gun on the way to school. And went, shot the boy at school. His mama got to go to jail for that?
But she brought this menace into the world now.
She brought this menace, but the whole thing is, you ain't see that he was acting funny?
Nah, that ain't.
There wasn't no. There, did you even have a conversation with him the night before?
So let me ask you this question here. In every case, like you just said, every case, it ain't called that. Because a lot of these cases, and I tell my wife, a lot of people this every day, a lot of these kids be bullied, they get tired of it. They go to the extreme to get justice. I mean, if they wrong for doing it that way, but that don't mean they got a problem.
That still goes back to the parent, in my opinion. In my opinion, you supposed to tell your kids, either you fight their ass back, or you let somebody know there's something going on with you.
All right, now you tell your kids that, but your kids still go.
Well, all I can speak for is what happens in my household. In my household, my daughter handled herself, and my daughter had to report stuff that has happened. So I'm saying, like, if it worked for,
But it ain't gonna work for every child.
I don't know.
It don't work for every child like that.
He caught himself while he was about to say it. You go ahead.
If it worked for me in my household,
Yeah. What they got to do with my house?
you supposed to be the parent.
But still though,
My kid ain't your kid.
Everybody, there you go. Everybody child, everybody's child.
Where is you at?
I'm at work. I got to go to work.
Let me ask you. Hold on. I understand what you're saying. Let me ask you what. You got some parents that to be the best parents in the world, but they don't know what their child do outside of home.
Not saying
you can't throw that back on them.
that goes with everything. Okay, what I instill in you as my child, I don't give a fuck what's going on out there. Like, what I instill in you should outweigh everything else.
I understand. You're exactly right. But what if it don't? Like I said, you get out there.
I failed.
Everything you feel, you put into them, and they're going to listen to their friends in the street.
I failed. If your friends can make you go against what I say when I'm not around, I failed.
I can't. I'm not gonna say that I was a failure.
I
I put what I was taught to put into them. If they didn't then take it to heed what I told them, that's on them. That's not on me.
I don't agree.
Did your kids do it?
Did my kids do what?
Did your kids go out and do shit they weren't supposed to be doing?
Oh no, my son did. But everybody's child ain't that way.
Why? Okay,
I don't agree.
That's two people sitting at this table. All right, well, your kids ain't got old enough yet.
They ain't. But I just told you my mama was on my shit.
Yeah, but you.
I was fucking terrible.
Yeah, but you bad as fuck. You know
That's what I'm telling you. I was terrible.
He trying to say he gonna let his child run down the road he ran down.
I was terrible. It ain't my mama's fault. She did what she was supposed to do.
Say, I ain't want to be disrespectful.
You a cold nigga, man.
I'm serious.
You a cold nigga.
Let me move on to this.
Man.
I ain't want to be disrespectful.
I got whoopings, talked to.
How you been disrespectful?
Therapy.
Though, that's what I'm understanding. How you been disrespectful?
No, for real. Listen, I got whoopings. I got talked to. I've been to therapist. All type of shit. I was just terrible.
So
Just
you were
terrible.
off.
Probably.
But I'm just saying though, Larry, in certain cases, that stuff don't register for some kid. They give you everything you want at home. But when they're in the street, they're a different person. I mean,
That was me.
You did what you were supposed to do. How you feel you a failure though?
That was me.
That's what I feel. That's what
Okay.
I would feel.
I got you.
If my
I got
child
you.
went out there and this, you would feel the same way. If your kids went out there, you just saying told me that they did not go out there doing all this crazy shit.
Mhm.
But if they did go out there and do some crazy shit, you gonna feel a certain type of way.
Yeah.
You gonna feel that you failed.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel a certain type of way, but I can't sit and just build down on myself. And then like I didn't, it's still an inner.
But you still,
I'm gonna take some of the blame, but I'm not gonna say just, oh damn man, I'm a fake. I failed my kids. No, I did what I was supposed to do
it
as a
ain't
parent.
about you harping on it, but you still gonna feel like
Yeah.
you didn't do.
A part of me feel like I didn't do enough. Yeah, I understand that.
So
I
like,
guess this goes back to me being angry and shit, but I don't feel the same way.
you ain't shit.
Let me tell you why.
Never have
Yeah.
been.
You ain't
I do what I'm supposed to do, and let me say this, cause I didn't told the whole world.
You done caught yourself.
I
What
got
you
one
say?
kid, right? I got one.
Got two.
That middle. No, what I'm saying I got that my middle boy. He a wild card. My other ones, good kids. My middle boy, he a wild card. And they all the same. I can treat them all the same. They all got the same rules, but it's just him. He don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, he don't care.
He's still underage, right?
I mean, yeah.
Alright, so he's still young enough that your influence is important, right?
Yeah, but it only goes so far.
There's no buts.
Yes, it only goes so far. Friday, that's a lot. Thursday, I was at work. Got a text from his teacher. He wilding in class, throwing stuff on the floor, all that. I calls him. She puts him on the phone. He straightened up. All right. Monday, that shit gone again. It's over with. He finna be wilding again. I know this.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like the old folks used to tell me: you spell the rod, you spoil the child.
Spell around.
Bruh, he gets whoopings.
We ain't talking about no standing in the
I don't even think the other ones ever got a whooping ever. Him?
Spell the rod, spoil the child.
I'm telling you, if it's up to him, I'm gonna probably be in the old folks' home.
Do you feel? I mean, since we
You
talking
still
about
young. Don't
since
jinx it yet.
Since we talking about
I'm saying solely if it's up to him, because I'm a little bit under 23. I told you that. But go ahead.
Since we talking about it, and if you want me to take this out, I can.
Man, say what you got to say.
Do you feel that there's any room that you can improve?
Yeah.
I don't.
Shit.
You feel at this point you're doing the best that you can do as a parent?
Yeah, I'm the greatest. We started the show with this.
No.
I'm the GOAT parent. What you mean?
No. We just.
Do you want me to cut this out?
No, I'm the best one.
No.
When it comes to parents, I'm the best. I'm the top of the line.
No. You're not.
I think Diddy Mama probably thought the same thing.
No, she did. No, she did.
I know Kelly Mama thought he was.
I can't remember his. I can't remember his mama, but I know Diddy Mama didn't think so.
But,
Heard they was never mind. But yeah, I don't know.
That's what I say, man. Like a lot of shit fall back on these parents. Like I know, because you can't let this child get out here. And like the story I was just talking about, that child is 13 years old.
Yeah.
Right. Like you're making it okay. That's no different than your child. If you one of the parents that the child is acting up in school, you go up there to the school, and you and the child is cracking jokes about shit that the child
that's
did.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
And solely in that situation, the mama need to go to jail.
Since you said that, what did happen to the parents when the little boy stopped Walmart on fire? They weren't. How you saying they weren't good parents? He just might have had an urge he wanted to do something to be noticed, and he set that store fire. So that make them bad parents? That make them that make them a failure?
I still feel that there's somewhere where they dropped the ball. Like
I agree with him on that one. I'm gonna tell you why.
But how you make them a bad parent though? Just
How do you set Walmart on fire?
Same with them little boys shot Harris Teeter on fire in Charlotte. Same way.
They the same way too, but they young.
12 years old.
How are you in Walmart?
You can tell me, how are your youngest son?
5,
Your middle boy you talking about.
8.
You got a 12, 13-year-old?
Yeah.
So let me ask you, when you and him in Walmart together, you don't let him go by himself? Yeah, so go ahead and say yeah.
I'm about to be honest with you. I don't think I have, but I would.
Okay, so that's why you know what the
go
parents
ahead
was.
over there, just don't bug me.
Yeah, you talking about what the parents would say. Probably they say, man, you big enough, go by the store and do what you just meet us back at such and such. And he got played for wanting to set shit afire. But that's their fault. You gonna blame them for the whole thing? You can't.
That's crazy though.
That's what I'm saying, Jay. Like you.
I'm what?
I don't know. That's rough.
You trying to give.
I ain't trying to give.
You're trying to give lifelines.
No, I'm trying.
You're trying to give
So
lifelines.
every time.
Situation is different.
So
each situation different, but I just asked Jake about his own kids.
Okay,
his own kids ain't do no shit like that.
But hold on.
So why didn't his kids do that?
Okay, everybody don't parent the same way.
Exactly. That's the problem.
But that's like everybody don't drive the same way. Everybody don't do this. People don't do stuff the same way, Larry.
But
that's why stuff is different.
The parenting is what the problem is. That's the whole conversation is what we're referring to.
The reason why I think my son didn't do it Cause I instilled in him what my grandma and grandpa instilled in me.
I ain't gotta worry about my son sitting there on fire. He's scared of me.
Why
scared of me?
I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying. You said a while ago, where were the parents? They probably trust enough to let him walk around the store.
Yeah,
at his age. That's what I'm saying.
You said that your son's scared of you.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of parents out here, they scared of their children.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
You know what I'm saying? Like it should have never got to that point.
So every child in this world that's done something wrong, you're gonna blame the parent for it.
As a child?
No, I don't agree.
No, I'm asking you a question. So you just said that you said
when the child was a child?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel.
So the parents failed them somewhere.
I feel you dropped the ball somewhere.
I feel like it's a level. It's a level of wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, shooting up a school, that's the top level. Burn down a Walmart is the top. Like it's certain my kids to do, but it's like, all right, now that.
Even with shooting up the school, why do your child feel that they can't talk to you about it? Before it even gets to that point, why do they feel that they can't go and talk to you about whatever's going on with them?
Okay.
Why do they feel that way?
I understand. I exactly what you said. I'm gonna let you this in it. Just say they was talking to their parents every day. Parents trying to give them that word of wisdom, give them everything they need. But you go to school and you get bullied every day. That shit's gonna stop, dog. Right, you're gonna get to the point where what's gonna snap in your head, and you're gonna do what you feel you got to do to make people leave you alone.
Well,
mom and daddy can't come to school and help you every day.
Well, this daddy gonna be up there at the school. I tell you that.
But you can't be up there every day, every minute. Watch him though.
Be up there, but you can't.
You can't watch him every minute of the day.
You might be up there Monday, but Tuesday I'll be back on him.
See what I'm saying? You can't be on him every minute of the day. I understand what you said, and you're right. But I'm just saying though, if you're getting bullied every day, a lot of these school shooters, that's what they are. That's what they are. Child have been bullied every day. Gang of people bullying them, and they get tired of it. They didn't talk to mom and daddy about it. Mom and daddy been to school and talked to people about it. They ain't did nothing. Still getting bullied. You get to the point where you're gonna break. Child, grown up or whatever, you're gonna break and you're gonna do something drastic, and that's what they're doing. That's just my opinion of the situation. It ain't because you was out the bad parent. You just got to the point where you just snap, and that's gonna happen, bro.
I think when it gets to a certain point, if it's continuing on like that, it's more important for me to remove you from that school.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true too.
Like if they can't handle the situation the way it needs to be handled,
you're right.
Then I gotta remove you.
But see, everybody
that come with money.
Then it come back. Then it come back again.
That just comes with
remove you from the school and go where?
Shit, they have homeschool now.
But like you just said,
they have homeschool now.
I gotta go to work.
There's a lot, but we make all these excuses. We make all these excuses.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm laughing, but I'm serious. Like pulling your kids out of school not for a day. Like that comes with financial stability.
That comes with you.
You need financial stability.
No, that comes with you actually making the effort,
taking the time for your child.
To change the circumstances.
I mean, I understand everything you're saying, Larry. I really truly do. I understand it. But I'm just saying that in every case, I can't say the parent failed in every case. That's all I'm saying.
That's
all I'm saying.
It's not the same, but I'm gonna put it into this type of scenario. In a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If y'all broke up today,
mm-hmm.
Can you say, in your honest opinion, that you've tried everything in your power to keep y'all relationship strong?
Yeah.
You can say that.
I can say that.
That's the way you feel about saying that to that answer, or that answer to that question, is the way I feel a lot of people can't say, I've done everything.
But at the same time, but also, I'm going to tell you this since you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
And I also told her, from day one when we started this here, if you ever feel like the choice that you ever want out and want to be in this relationship, you let me know. And I'm going to never, this is on my grandmama's grave, I'll never ask you why. See what I'm saying? So if you got to have your reason, I don't want to know your reason why. But I understand where you're coming from with the whole question. You feel what I'm saying? So you're right, I understand that. I understand exactly what you're saying. But I'm just saying, getting back to the question is, I just don't feel you can blame every parent. Because like I said, in that bully situation, they just going to get to the point where they're just going to snap. And it's going to snap on them.
And I'm not
especially like a 17, 18-year-old, that's going to snap on a kid like that.
But we talking about fucking 13.
I understand them too, but in them cases, yeah. But an 18-year-old is just going to snap on her. You can't tell me you're going to tell daddy he going to bleed. But boy, you can't do nothing to that child. You're 18 years old now. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Well, mom said you need to handle it yourself. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, certain cases. And a child, He might be 18, but sometimes they don't think like that. You see what I'm saying? And then he gonna get that mind. Well, mom and dad ain't listening to me. Mom and dad ain't doing nothing about it. Got taking it into my own hand. Well, I'm gonna find daddy's gun or mama's gun or whatever. I'm gonna go handle the business myself. And that's what they did.
And like that. That's why I'll meet you halfway on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not gonna be every situation. It's not gonna be every situation. But I promise you, there's gonna be a lot of parents that will be lying to themselves if they say that they did everything in their power.
Oh no, I believe you. You're right. You're exactly right on that. But I'm just saying in every case, I ain't gonna sit and say in certain situations, certain things like I was saying, burning down Walmart, top crime. School shootings, top crime. You feel what I'm saying? 13, 12-year-olds shouldn't be doing that. But you can't blame parents in every case.
Somebody like him, he's not gonna be able to say he's done everything because the first thing he say is, "I gotta work." All right. You have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's more important? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
What I'm saying is, you said, pull them out and change schools.
Yes.
All right, if it's only one school where I stay, when I pull them out of school, what I do now?
Either you sign them up for homeschool.
What grade he
in?
You say you got 8-year-old?
Yeah.
Take him to Jefferson.
He about to be in third grade.
Take him to Jefferson.
Either you sign them up for homeschool or you have to take the initiative to put him in a better situation. So if that means that you got to wake up an hour earlier in order to get him to this other school, you can. Then if he goes shoot up some shit, I did everything in my power to keep him in line. But if you didn't do that,
I don't agree.
You can't say that you did everything in your power.
I don't agree. Don't agree.
Give me your pick. Give you a reason why.
Like I said, it take more. It take more than figuring it out. I don't know how to explain it. It take more than. It take time. It take money.
I hear a lot of
the reason I keep saying I got to go to work, but I'm saying it because, all right, I'm taking him out of school. I'm a homeschooler. I got to go to work. Who gonna homeschool him?
So you don't want to do it.
So
that's what
I'm gonna quit work. Then the lights gonna go off.
Let me ask you a question. Do your wife or girlfriend work?
Yeah.
But ain't what you said earlier.
In my scenario,
yeah,
I'm telling you, everybody works.
I got you. Okay, everybody works. I got
you. But it sounds like excuses. You don't want to go the extra mile that you need to go for your son. And then you don't want to be blamed for if he go up there and he blow up the fucking school.
Yeah, that ain't. I'm not confused. That ain't.
They gonna hold you responsible?
That ain't an option. Nah, they ain't holding me responsible.
Yeah, it is. Who they gonna hold? The mama?
I did everything I could.
Hey, I did. I'm about to say I did what I can do. You know?
See,
that's on y'all. That's maybe that's on y'all. Maybe y'all should put some medicine or something up. You know? I don't know what to tell you.
See, I'm glad you being so open and honest because this is exactly what you're saying is exactly the way these parents feel.
No,
when
man.
that child go to school, it's on y'all for them 7 hours or 8 hours. It's on y'all.
In my specific situation, it's different. Like you said, my lady don't work. I can pull my son out of school and let him homeschool.
No, I get where you're coming from.
I'm off during the weekdays, so I volunteer at the school for stuff like that. But I'm gonna say,
look at what you just said.
What?
You volunteer at the school.
I do.
No, that's not bad. That's good.
I'm saying
you putting yourself.
No, you missing what I'm trying to tell you. In my specific situation, that's what I'm saying. I'm basically arguing for the sake of debate. You know what I'm saying? In my specific situation, if my kid is being bullied at school, there's other stuff I can do. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, my old lady don't work. So we probably can homeschool them for real. But in the average middle class house, mama got to go to work, daddy got to go to work. We live in paycheck to paycheck as it is. I can't pull this nigga out of school and take him somewhere. Like, I can't do it.
I said this every week, and I got to say it again. I'm gonna hate myself because I got to agree with him on certain things he just said. Cause if you watch a lot of stuff on TV, you hear a lot of parents say that, say they can't afford to miss work because of the stuff that's going on in these schools with their child. They need to, but
Bro,
they can't afford it.
I just told you.
What I'm saying?
I just told you I
No.
was a terrible child, right? I told y'all that. This is really happening in my real life. When I grew up, I got a job somewhere, right?
Go again.
Where I worked at,
I just
my
did
mother
myself.
worked there when I was in middle school. I end up having the same exact supervisor my mother had when I was in middle school. He told me to my face, "Oh yeah, I remember you. I was about to fire your mama because she had to keep coming to the school for you." He told me this. See what I'm saying? It got to a point where my mama would tell the school, like, "Hey, I can't afford to come to the school." You see what I'm saying?
No,
In an average middle class household, that's a burden.
It's not an excuse, but it's reality.
It's reality. It's
See
reality.
what I'm saying? Some of these single mamas, they can't afford it. You feel what I'm saying? And they child, they getting in trouble, child getting bullied, they just can't afford it. I'm saying, and if something happen, I just can't blame them. They tried, especially if they got more than one. They got one child. I can understand where you're coming from. If they got more than one child, it's gonna be very, very hard.
But that's what parenting is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Like
you
figuring
right.
it out.
like the best way you can. If you got 4 mouths to feed, you can't just let one go to the wayside. He'll figure it out. I got these 3 I got to worry about. No, that's still yours too. You still got to do whatever you got to do in order to make sure that child is straight. You can't just, well, he 9, he can take care of himself now. No, he can't. No, he can't. Like, a lot of it be excuses, man. But that, like I said, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I might not agree. Feel free to put it in the comments. But I do feel that this right here was a very good conversation.